You better not duck me, Thun. You better not. Keith, one time Thurman says that Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder is simply adding to his game. He's not trying to become a new fighter, but he's adding, and he thinks he'll get a better performance. The world will get a better performance out of Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. We're going to talk about it. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Listen, I drop the illest content in all of boxing, so make sure you guys subscribe, share the video, post a comment, let me know what's good. I'm covering all the big fights: Pacquiao, Spence, Wilder Fury 3, yada yada yada. This weekend is Gervonta Davis. If you love all things boxing, the sweet science, the greatest sport in the world, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss a thing. Now, Keith Thurman did an interview, link in the description. He says, I saw some clips and I seen some changes and I'm loving it. This was regarding Deontay Wilder, Malik Scott, the clips you guys seen. He says, yes, you drop bombs. Yes, you put people to sleep. And yes, your right hand is the Grim Reaper. But where's the left hand? Where's the jab? Where's the left hook? Where are the body shots? Where's the head movement? Now, Deontay Wilder, he's adding more to his game. He's not changing who he is. It's an addition to who he is. I think that Deontay Wilder is doing that now. Win, lose, or draw, I know we're going to see and get a better performance from Deontay Wilder, and I'm truly looking forward to seeing that in his performance. Go to the guy that has your best interest at heart and ultimately go to who you're listening to. So Keith Thurman was basically saying he likes the combination of Wilder and Malik Scott, which I agree with him. I agree with him 100%. So he said, as long as Deontay has that, he should feel confident, end quote. Now, shout out to Keith Thurman. I've always liked Keith Thurman on the mic. He's very eloquent. He's articulate. He knows how to articulate his boxing brain. You know, it just sucked when Keith Thurman was kind of MIA. You know, I know he just started a family and he got married at one point and stuff like that, but there was a point where he was kind of absent, but it looks like he cut his ponytail and he's been more vocal, been doing more interviews and stuff like that. So I think that's a dope thing. I can't wait to see what's next for Keith Thurman. On a side note, I want to see him versus Ugas. I think that would be a great fight. And, you know, I agree with what Keith Thurman is saying regarding Deontay Wilder. Now let's get to the title of the video. I don't think Wilder is trying to change his DNA. You know, you got to be the fighter that you are, but at the end of the day, you can improve. Now, the cold part about it is this: old media, let them tell it. Wilder, previous fights, he only had a right hand. Joshua recently came out and said Wilder is not elite because all he has is one punch or one hand, and at the elite level, they won't get it done. But Joshua was also a guy who lost to Andy Ruiz with a 5-week camp. So Joshua believes he has elite level skills, and you lost to a guy who was much smaller than you in terms of stature and height with short arms, and after you hurt him. So it's like elite skills could be subjective because there's many people who will say that Anthony Joshua has great skill. He has great skill, great technique. But again, as I just mentioned, he's also a guy that lost to a guy shorter than him with short arms after he had already hurt him. So where were those great skills at? You didn't make a great executive decision when you decided to trade and you got clipped up. So it's like the heavyweight division is unique. They say it, I know it's cliche, one punch can change everything, but it's certainly true in the heavyweight division. But the other thing is, like, people in old media, they're weird, and some of the fans very fickle. They'll say stuff like Tyson Fury's the best in the world. So then Wilder losing to Tyson Fury, if that's what you really, if you feel Tyson Fury didn't cheat and he's the best in the world and he's 6'9" or whatever he is, then there shouldn't be any shame in Wilder losing, you know. But people have taken this one loss from Deontay Wilder and blown it out of proportion as if he can't beat people. You know, sometimes in boxing, some guys have your number. I don't think that's the case with Deontay Wilder, but Luis Ortiz, he tried both times against Wilder. No matter how well he did in spots, he still got knocked out in both fights. You know what I'm saying? So the boxing commentary, you know, is getting extremely weird. But furthermore, I like what Keith Thurman was saying. I think Wilder is definitely learning and training hard. You can see from the clips that I'm airing and showing. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. He looks in tremendous shape. And see, that's the problem too. Well, not a problem, but it's a great thing on Wilder's side. When you're in shape, like it appeared, first of all, it's the heavyweight division, so he doesn't have to make a weight. But when you're in this kind of shape and it looks like he's in great shape, he's showing you head movement right there, and you got some lungs and cardio to you, and you're already in shape, then you could just focus fully on the technique and the styles. And again, as I've said throughout this video, it's ironic that Wilder is making necessary changes that he feels, and people before, they said, oh, your technique is lacking. Oh, you don't have a jab. Oh, you don't go to the body. Oh, you don't do this. And now, worst case scenario, you could say, there's my comment right there, the rebirth of the king. Oh my God. 374 likes. Let's go. Told you, I run the net. I run the net. We everywhere. You ain't never there. But again, it's hilarious that people, they tell Wilder he need to correct all these things, and at best he's trying to do that. You know what I mean? He's working with Malik Scott. He's in phenomenal shape, and people are still hating. People still find a way to hate. So to me, I tell you guys all the time on my channel, there is a difference between constructive criticism and hate. When somebody want to hate, there's no intent. There's no like constructive criticism. True constructive criticism is purposeful. You have a purpose. You're intending to let somebody know, to amplify the message so they're aware of their shortcomings or their weaknesses. When you just out there hating, you just hating just to be hating. And there's no real intent in what you're doing. You're just simply saying stuff because you're a hater and you don't want to see that person thrive, flourish, or progress. That's the difference. A lot of people, they are Wilder haters. They tell Wilder he need to do this and that. And then when he bare bones minimum, whether we haven't seen him in the fight to see if he can produce and yield the results, but bare bones minimum, he's at least attempting to make it, just like Keith Thurman, shout out to him for his commentary, is suggesting, and then they still hating. They still like, nah, they haven't even seen him spar. They haven't seen him fight, but they're already telling you none of it will work. People like Paulie Malignaggi. So you tell me who's being objective, me, guys like Keith Thurman, or Paulie Malignaggi? Who's being objective? You know, just saying he'll get eviscerated and he can't do this and there's nothing he could do, nothing to learn. And the error with people like Paulie Malignaggi in their commentary is simply put this. In my honest opinion, people have found a way to embellish on the Wilder loss. I don't think there's that much that Wilder needs to change. You know, some people may feel different, but me personally, I don't think he has to change. First of all, he has damaging power. He has to get that off. So you have to find clever ways to get your power off. But I don't think there's this whole lot that people have to change. It's these little subtle additions, just like Keith Thurman. You better not duck me, Thun. Just like he's saying. He just has to do little subtleties and make these progressive changes. And that alone could be the difference maker that has a hell of an impact in the Fury fight. Because if you look at the Fury 2 fight, you know, regardless of if you think Fury cheated like I did, regardless of that, if you look at the Fury fight, it looked like after the second round, everything went downhill for Wilder in round 3 and beyond. So Wilder says somebody did something to his water. He felt loopy, he felt weird, felt like a zombie, blah, blah, blah. So on your worst given night, meaning you felt all these types of ways, you think somebody set you up, whatever, right? On your worst night, and you didn't even get knocked out cold. You were still arguing with Kenny Bayless, the ref, when the corner threw the towel in. So there's not much that he has to really change, to be honest. And I think a lot of people are going to be on the wrong side of history when it's all said and done, because they're so emotional and they lack objectivity to the point where it doesn't even make sense. It's like they're just out here trying to hate and double down on what they previously said. But Wilder, look at that body attack. Look, you know what I'm saying? Wilder, he looks like he's definitely focused. Look, he's masking the hand. And this is just little snippets. So we'll see. Shout out to Keith Thurman. Use my link in the description to get TubeBuddy. Listen, if you want to make money on YouTube, I'm trying to give you guys the tips from the GOAT, gems. Click my link in the description and get TubeBuddy. It takes money to make money. Invest in your brand. Invest in yourself. Learn the ropes. Just like a boxing ring, you got to learn the ropes on this YouTube game. And I use TubeBuddy for years. It can help you too. TubeBuddy is the #1 tool for us YouTubers to optimize your videos for search. Click the link in the description. Let me know what you guys think of my video. Keith Thurman, I liked a lot of his commentary regarding this situation. We'll see. July 24th, we up. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.